All right. The fine motor integration part of the test is copying different shapes. So I have the testing booklet in front of him, and I tell him, draw this shape here and make it look just like this one, or make it look just the same. Ready, begin. Now draw this shape here and make it look just the same. Ready, begin. Okay, and then we'll turn the page. Draw this shape here and make it look just the same. Ready, begin. Okay, and this shape here. We can turn the page. And this shape here. And this shape here. And this shape here. Good job. And this shape here.
I've done this before.
Can you go check why Leia's barking? Okay, very good. That's a pretty quick section of this test here, and it walks you through in the manual exactly how to score it. And so the maximum score you can get per this shape is 4 points. And so you grade it through the different criteria that it gives you. So basic shape, and so he would get, you can see here there's even scoring examples. So if there's a basic shape, that means that the shape approximates to a circle, so it looks like a circle. There could be some elongation or flattening, but the shape must not have corners. And so if we go down here, you can see they gave a basic shape of a 0 because there's some corners here. But this one's okay because it's just flattened and elongated. Okay. You also score closure. So they would get a 1 for basic shape. Okay. For closure, if there are no gaps, or the gap is less than 1/8 of an inch, and no overlaps, they would get a full point for that. And so for this one, you can see that they went out more than 1/4 inch, and so they didn't get a point for closure. Edges, if the width and height are similar, they would get a score of a 1. And so you can see here the edges are pretty good. This one here, since this side is much longer than this side, they got a 0. And then overall size, if the drawing is at least half the size of the stimulus, then they would get a 1. And so I think the point here is if you get a 0 on basic shape, you automatically score 0s on the rest of the items. And so when we look at the scoring book here,
Ooh.
we have, copying a circle. And so again, we'd give a 1, closure we'd give a 1, edges we'd give a 1, and overall size we would get a 1. And so we would just add up 1, 2, 3, 4 to get a raw score of 4. Okay, and so when it's filled in, that just means orientation or overlap sections just simply don't apply to the particular shape. Okay, So again, if basic shape is a 0, you automatically score the rest as 0. It looks like Micaiah had basic shape on all of those, and so I'll walk through how I would score those with you in class. And so we did the first section, the fine motor precision, and then we did the second section, fine motor integration. We'll get the total point scores, we'll convert to a scale score, and then we will get the sum. We'll get a standard score from that fine manual control sum. We'll be able to get a percentile rank from that standard score. Okay, and then with the fine motor precision, fine motor integration, we'll get age equivalence. And then what's neat about the Bot 2 is you have different descriptive categories as well, which helps us interpret what these results are. And so we've talked about that SEM score, or your confidence intervals, or your confidence bands. And so here, if you choose to fill this out, you get a plus or minus number, which then your interval, you would look in the back of the chart in the manual, and then you would get an interval for that overall score. So again, if you were to test it again under different circumstances, you would be 90 or 95% confident that the score would fall within this range. And so we'll kind of talk about how we do that. Thank you.